Welcome back to Creatures, Characters, and Crafting. Today we're going to take a look at a module that's compatible with Mutant Crawl Classic, Dead in the Water. This is by Tim Snider and the artwork is by Jeremy P. We're going to try to create the boat that you see here. Just a spoiler alert, this is not actually a simple boat. This is actually a plantiant by the name of Captain Laird. So let's go ahead and go to the crafting table and see what we can come up with today. To start the project out with, I'm going to use some foam core. Here's the bow. And all I've done is just traced out the width of the yardstick. You use the pen. This part over here, I'm going to cut that off. That'll go straight. And once we cut this out, we're going to use it to duplicate as a stencil. Next, I'm going to take a piece of cardboard. I'm just going to roughly trace out the shape of the boat that I want. This is going to be the bottom. Now I'm going to take some hot glue and put that down. And while it's still hot, I'm going to take the foam core and just start forming it into those lines. We're going to be careful. We don't want a lot of excess on the outsides here. And we also want to be careful that we don't burn the boat. We're also going to still have this gap in the front, and we'll put a piece here at the back. As you can see, I've already cut off the excess cardboard on the sides. I also cut off another piece here for the back. This is where our outboard motor will go. And I'll fasten all this together using some hot glue. I'm also going to take this furniture mover, and what I was thinking is drilling a hole in the center. I'll also take these wooden dowels here, and I'll probably just put that in the center like so, and just put a little bit of hot glue, and that should secure it pretty nicely. To create the plant/seaweed look, I'm just going to take a hot glue gun and start stretching the stream of hot glue out like so. It's going to kind of create a vine effect. Now this isn't the best glue gun to do this with. There are some better ones out there that will allow you to control the stream and also make it look a little bit more detailed. However, I'm just using what I have. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be very careful not to burn the foam core. And we're going to do this all along the outside of the boat. So here's the boat once we're done with our hot glue vine technique. Now I'm also going to take a piece of foam core and I'm roughly going to cut it to the interior of the boat. This is just going to give us a little detail for the interior and also going to provide a little height for our miniatures. Also want to show you guys, I took a little bit of glue, hot glue that is, and put this on the dial. We're going to take the foam core and go ahead and start tracing some lines. This is going to look like our deck board. Once we've got the desired size, we're just going to go ahead and fit this into the interior of the boat. It's okay if you have gaps like I have here. We're going to cover that up. Here's a big one in the back. And all I'm going to do is just take a little bit of cardstock and I'm going to trim that off like so. I'll just take some regular Elmer's glue on my brush here and just fill that in. And then we'll just go ahead and slap our cardstock in there, and that should cover it up and it'll give it a nice uniform look. We can always paint this metal or a different color just to give it a little bit more detail, a little bit more interest on the table. So let's go ahead and cut another piece off here for the back, and we'll move on to our next step. Here's the inside of the boat. As you can see, I've put the last strip here at the back. Everything looks really nice inside. Now we're going to give things a little bit more detail with the deck boards. I'm just tracing this out using a mechanical pencil. You can get a good result by using like a wire brush. I like using this because I can form knots in the wood and it really exaggerates things a little bit better. It may not be exactly to scale, but I think it gives it a good character. To strengthen and to protect the foam core, I'm going to apply just a thin layer of Mod Podge, allow that to dry, and then we're ready for priming. I applied a base coat of Rust-Oleum Camouflage Brown. Then I also applied Wog Flesh to the outside. Here's a wash that I used on the interior. Then I just did a dry brushing dark to light. And on the outside I just applied a transparent green and also a scarsnet green. To finish off the boat portion, I'm going to apply some leaves, and I'm getting it from this plastic plant. All I'm going to do is just use a little bit of E6000 and just apply and allow it to dry. I'm going to cut two of the wooden dowels about 8 inches. Then I'm going to glue them together using a little bit of hot glue. I I've also secured it to the furniture mover, and I'll remove the bottom of that and add some pennies for weight. To create the sail, what I've done is just taken a paper towel and I've traced out the diameter between the mast and the lower pole. Now there's about 2 pieces of paper towel underneath this, and what I'm going to do is just soak it down. This is a mixture of PVA and water, and we're going to let that dry and harden up. We can apply multiple coats if we need to. If you need to apply a little bit of glue on the back for that second paper towel, you can do that as well. And to speed things up, you can also use a hair dryer. Once the glue is hardened, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Then I'm going to paint this with a vintage white and then apply an Agris Earthshade wash. We're going to allow that to dry, and then we're going to put this to our mast. So this is the sail fully put together. I want to show you guys a few things. First of all, here's the pennies. I E6000 to the bottom. That's going to give us some nice weight. Also want to show you I wrapped some twine and then painted it. Also added some E6000 on these points for the sail to the mast. Now if we put this down in the boat, it should be nice and weighted. And if we start to play, we can always remove it, giving us more room. So that's about it, guys. Let's see what it looks like on the table. Huh? Swim for it! Hey guys, it's been a very long week. If you've been stuck in quarantine, hope this video alleviates some of that cabin fever that you might be getting. Hope you, your friends, your family, your loved ones are safe during this time. Big shout out to Tim Snider, Jeremy P for this module. I really enjoyed the craft. Give them a check out, guys. Anything that you can do will always promote a writer and artist like this. As always, if you like the video, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, follow, and more importantly, share this with someone that might like this type of craft. Have a great day. Stay safe, guys. Bye.